Yes.
Yeah. So let us start with introducing myself. Let us start our discussion with self-introduction of myself. Okay. Yeah. See, I am a Shekhar. Currently, I am working as a database architect in one of the MNC, and I have total years of around more than 15 years of relevant experience. More than 15 years relevant experience, which includes like lot of things: database development, performance tuning techniques, administration, data warehousing, cloud development, BI, etc. Okay. So we are here to discuss about the SQL Server development session. We are here to discuss about the SQL Server development session. So I have expertise in different database technologies like SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, Snowflake, etc. Okay, and I have a certifications in Azure development. I have a certifications in Cosmos DB. I have a certification Snowflake. So these are the certifications I have. Okay, and along with my project experience, and I have a more than 7 to 8 years of online training experience. As this is my passion, along working in the my regular project work, I am also providing a online training on the different database technologies. Okay, so I have more than 7 to 8 years of experience by providing the online trainings, and I have delivered a lot of patches, and so lot many students are I have trained lot many students, and students also got the very good job in the job market after the completion of our discussions. So during my career, even I have a 5 years of experience in on-site. I worked in UK for the different clients like banking domain, healthcare project, health insurance project in the UK. Okay. Coming to the like different domains, like uh, so you have a different domains like, right? So like education projects, banking projects, okay, financial projects, healthcare project, health insurance project. Like that, I have a knowledge on healthcare, health insurance, logistics, and financial domains. So till my entire experience, I worked on all these projects: logistics projects, banking projects, like hospital projects, like insurance projects, etc. This is all my experience, guys. My total years of experience. Okay. Today is a just introduction session, guys. Introduction session. Just I am going to give the so what is the things we are going to cover in the our course, and by tomorrow onwards we are going to start our database concepts. Okay. So what is the agenda of our course? What is the agenda of our course? Okay. So who is audience? Who is audience for our course? That is target audience. We are going to discuss what is the highlight of our program. What is the highlights of our course? And so what are the tools we are going to discuss which are required in the project? See, you are working on the project, and you need to work on the database. Out of which, what are the tools you need to work in the project? So that we are going to discuss. What are the career opportunities on MS SQL Server? How is the career growth on SQL Server? And so what are the roles and responsibilities as a database developer? You joined to the project. Suppose in future you are going to join as a database developer. What exactly you are going to work in the projects? What are the roles and responsibilities of your as a database developer? So how will be the package as a database developer on the Microsoft SQL Server? Introduction to BI. So what is a business intelligence? What exactly it will do? So these are the agenda of our discussion. Okay. So overview of the course. What are the topics? What are the topics we are going to? What are the topics we are going to cover as part of our course? So these are the some highlight points. T-SQL querying, single table queries, joins, subqueries, table expressions, set operators, fundamentals, data modifications, transactions, programmable objects, and performance tuning. This programmable objects will be having a lot many things like stored procedures, functions, triggers, cursors, if loop, while loop, and etc. So these are the just highlighted things. Highlighted things. What are the different things we are going to cover? What is the syllabus? What is the syllabus of our course? What is the syllabus of our course? So this is our syllabus, guys. Like see, so these are the some high level topics. If you go into the detailed topics, if you go into the low level topics or detailed topics, so these are the things. See, T-SQL querying, SQL Server instance, what is database, what is schema, creating tables, and the data integrity. Single table queries, how to use the from class, how to use a where class, group by select, order by top and offset, etc. So, what are the data types? What are the data types, and what is the collision? And working with the date and time functions. Okay, giants. How do you use the giants, and how many types of giants you have in the SQL server, and you have in the database, and what is the difference between the all those giants? Subqueries. What is the meaning of subquery? And why do you use the subquery? Is it good to write the subquery? And what is the alternate for those subqueries? In what scenario you are going to use subquery? And we are going to discuss in the sessions. Usually, see this giants concept is used to like suppose you have a multiple tables like employee table, department table, and different project table, etc. You want to bring, suppose you have employees, okay, you have employees, and you have different departments. Those employees are working in the different departments. For those departments, you have a separate table. For those employees, you have a separate table. And those who is working on the different department, within that you will be having a different projects. Suppose let's consider you are working for the HR project. In the HR project, you will be having a different projects. So for those projects, and you will be having a again different table. Fine. So you want to bring the data from those different tables all together, and then you are going to use joins with all those tables, and then bring the data from the different tables. That is what you are going to use the joins. Even in subquery also the same thing, but the way you are going to write a SQL code is different. You have a data, you have a data in a employee table, you have a data in the HR table. You need to check how many employees are available in the HR tables. You need to bring the data for only those employees. So you are going to check employee table and the HR table. You have 100 employees, and out of 100 employees, 20 employees are working in the one project. You need to check how many employees are working in that particular project. So for that you are going to implement your subqueries, and then bring the data, and then bring the data. Like that we have a subqueries. Okay. And table expressions, common table expressions, temporary tables, derived tables, table variables. So these are the table expressions. What is the meaning of this derived table? What is the meaning of this common table expression? What is the meaning of temporary tables? What is the meaning of table variables and view? This is also one of the concept in the SQL Server, views. So views is the one of the concept where you are going to write your SQL code and create a view on top of that SQL code. So that is one of the concept. And set operators. Why do you union? You have a union, you have an intersect, you have except, you have all these things. To combine with the multiple, to combine the results of multiple queries, then you are going to use union. To bring the match records from the multiple result set, then you are going to use the intersect, and then to bring the results from the first query which are not available in the second result set, then you are going to use except. So these are set operators. Okay. Then fundamentals. Simple. These are the fundamental things. Data modifications. How do you use your DML operations? How many types of insert statements you have? How do you use delete and truncate and all? So those things and all we are going to discuss as part of your data modifications. Okay. Insert into select, insert into exec, select star into bulk insert and identity property, etc. Okay. Updating the data, merging the data. What is the meaning of merging the data? You have two tables, table 1 and then table 2. You need to compare the two tables. If the matched records are there, then you need to update. If not matched new records are there, then you need to insert. So this is slowly changing. This is change data capture, auto incremental load by using this merging data. Okay. Next, transactions. What is the meaning of transactions? So this is a little bit advanced concepts. What is the meaning of transactions? What will happen? Locks and then blocking. We will discuss as part of our session. Don't worry. And programmable objects. As mentioned, lot of things in this concept: variables, batches, flow elements, if else, temporary tables, dynamic SQL, routines, stored process, routines, functions, stored process, and triggers, and error handling. So these are the topics under your programmable objects. And performance optimization, performance tuning. So as part of the performance tuning concept, then you are going to learn what is the meaning of SQL, what is the meaning of SQL Server Profiler, what is the meaning of DTA, Database Tuning Advisor, what is the meaning of execution plans, what is index maintenance, what is data dynamic management views, etc. So this is the my training course and the topic details case. End to end, whatever you required for the database developer to work with the minimum 3 to 4 years of experience, then I am going to cover all these topics. Once you complete, once you are make the practice, whatever we have discussed, whatever we are going to discuss in our sessions, if you thoroughly practice and then learn very well, easily you can able to crack the minimum 3 to 4 years of experience by putting the minimum 3 to 4 years of experience. I am going to give you a such extent level knowledge on the course topics technology. Only thing is you just need to do the hard work from your end. You need to learn the topics whatever we are going to discuss in our regular session and then proceed accordingly. If you don't practice, if you don't learn, that is not my problem, that is your problem. If you really working along with me, easily you can put minimum 3 to 4 years of experience as a database developer on SQL Server. Easily we can able to crack the interview. And also I will give you the almost end-to-end interview questions and then scenarios, whatever they are going to ask in the interview. Not only to crack the interview, if you make the practice perfect very well, easily you can able to survive in the project. Easily you can able to survive in the project without having any doubts, because we are going to cover all those scenarios how you are going to work in the project. I am not going to work like, I am not going to give you example, very basic example like select star from employee table, department table. No, we are going to take the real-time tables, we are going to take the real-time data, we are going to take the huge data, and we are going to discuss on the scenarios, not on the simple things. If you thoroughly digest all those scenarios or examples, whatever we are going to discuss as part of the sessions, that is more than enough to survive in the database projects. Only thing is you need to do the hard work. So course duration is around 30 to 40 sessions, daily 1 hour session, which will be on Monday to Friday. There are no weekend sessions. If so, unfortunately, if we need to have any 1 or 2 sessions in the weekends, I will let you know very in advance so that we can plan accordingly. So this is our course content, guys. This is our course content. Okay. Next. So who is the audience for our course? Students. So who is learning their graduation, like BTech, BE, BSc, BCA, diploma. So in their academic course, they will be having some database management concepts. They will be having some RDBMS concepts. They will be having some Oracle or SQL course or SQL technology for their exam papers. Even they can also learn. But the thing is, for the students, this program or this course will be little bit advanced. But if you spend more time on the discussions, then easily you can digest. Easily you can digest. And the next, beginners. Just one of your friend mentioned that Meghana, she has completed her graduation recently in 2025. So for them also, so it is very much useful after completion of their graduation. If you mention in your resume that you have done the SQL Server training and so on so institute, and you have a certification of your completion of training, SQL Server training, then it will be preferable and you will be having a added advantage to your resume. Developers, suppose let's consider software developers and application developers wanting to enhance their skills by adding database management knowledge. Suppose let's consider you have a testers, so you have a application developers, front-end developers. They need to switch into the as a database developer, or they need to increase their database skills. Then they can also join into our course. Database administrators. See here, database developers are different. Database administrators are different. Database administrator will not be having a coding expertise. Coding expertise. If they want to become a expert in the coding or development, then they can also join into database administrator. Okay. So data analyst. So one of your friend mentioned that he is working on a database analyst, working on the different reporting tool. Okay. To work with the reporting tool, you need to have a strong SQL coding expertise. Then only you will become the professional report developer. Without having the SQL knowledge, then it is very much difficult to survive in the projects. Okay. And highlights of the programming, that is okay. So advanced training by industry expert. So explanation of project scenarios, that is when we are going to take. Provide one project to include in resume. See, if while after completion of your course, if you start to trials in a job market, then you need a project. For that, I am going to help you to give the one project and the explanation of that. Help on writing, help on interview preparation, help to prepare the resume, and then mock interviews and then placement assistance. Placement assistance means what? At the time of course completion, if I get to know any openings in the market, if I have a contact details or if I know the channels, then I'm going to share with you guys so that you can apply the job, you can attend to the interview and proceed further. So this is the things we are going to work on the after completion of your course. The mock interview means what? Suppose if required any like FAQs, you have any queries, you have still confusions, then we can have a discussion on that. So how do you prepare the resume? How do you prepare the interview and all? We are going to discuss all those things after completion of your course. Okay. So what is the salary package in the SQL Server? In entry level, you will be having around 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs on a database. In mid level, you will be having around 5 to 7 lakhs. In experienced, you will be having some 9 to 17 lakhs. And the high package, like you will be having 20 to 25 lakhs. But you need to have a commanding level of knowledge on the SQL Server. But yes, this is a very common database technology in the market. You will be having a lot of openings in the market. But only thing is you need to learn very well. You need to learn very well. Okay. Next. So what are the career opportunities? What are the career opportunities you have on your course? You have a SQL developer, you have a database developer, you have a data analyst, you have a senior database developer. Data analyst one means what? You are going to work with the reporting tools. You are going to work with the reporting tools along with your SQL knowledge. You will write your own SQL code to generate your reports, and then you are going to work with the your reporting tool and then generate the reports according to the business requirement. This database developer means based on the requirement, SQL Server developer, database developer, both are the same, but title is different. Title is different according to the requirement. Whatever, see, SQL code you are going to write, you have a data in your database. You have a data in your database. Okay, based on the requirement, as a database developer, you are going to frame or you are going to write your SQL code to retrieve the data from the database and create the some reports. Finally, your data will be used by end users. Finally, your data, suppose let's consider, so you are working for the healthcare project. Okay, in healthcare project, the end user, suppose healthcare, you have a database, and the doctor want to see the details of any patient. So in his screen, in his application, if he enters and search for the based on the particular patient ID, if he give the patient ID and click on the search, then he can able to see the patient name and patient location, patient history, and everything he can able to see. From where he is going to get the data? From the database only he is going to get the data. So for that, whatever he is seeing, the disease details, number of visits, okay, number of reports, okay, what is the history, what is his personal details, everything, to display the data into the front end application or in report, then you are going to write your SQL code and give it to the application developer or report developer. So based on the requirement, you are going to write your SQL code in the SQL server and give it to the application developer or report developer. They will consume or they will utilize your SQL code for the particular requirement and they will provide the reports to the end users. So that based on the requirement for the end users, they will search the data and then see the data in the reports. So whatever the requirement for the reports, as a database developer, you are going to write. Not only for the reports, for application also. In front-end application, suppose you are working for the e-commerce, Amazon project, you are working for the Flipkart. There, you want to see all the orders. You want to see your tracking order. You want to see your transaction. You want to see your order numbers. For everything to display the data, as a database developer, you are going to write a SQL code according to the requirement and hand over that code to the database developer, application developers or reporting developers. They will use your SQL code and then generate the reports. So you are the heart to the all the requirements. You are the heart. Whatever the SQL code you are going to frame or write or generate, there is a key. If you don't implement the proper SQL code, then the reports will show the wrong data. Then it will go to the wrong meaning. Then the customers will be escalated. So you are the heart to the all the requirements. Without the database developer, no one can work on the data projects. So that you are the heart. You should be having a great skill sets. You should be having a great commanding on the data and how to implement your SQL code according to the record. So that you need to understand very clearly what you need to display in the reports. Rather than a report developer, as a database developer, you should be having a more clarity what data you need to display in the reports. Report developer, what you will do? You will generate the reports, you will create reports, you will do the some beautifications, you will generate the dashboards, you will generate the charts, you will generate the make the some beautifications. Before to that, to read the data from the database based on the requirement, as a database developer, you need to write fine-tuned code, you need to write accurate code, you need to write proper code to bring the proper requirement. So that is what SQL Server developer, database developer. So for that, the required knowledge I am going to provide you as part of our regular sessions. Exactly how you are going to work in the project, daily how you are going to work in the project. Then I am going to provide you such extent level of knowledge on the each and every topic. Okay. Next, roles and responsibilities. what is the meaning of roles and what is the meaning of responsibilities. Then we will discuss this point. Roles means what? Roles defines the position or part that someone plays in the organization or project, such as manager, developer, and team lead. Responsibilities means what? Are the specific obligations or duties that come with that role, such as managing a team, developing a software, or ensuring a project deadlines are met. See, roles means what? Role, whether it is whether you are a developer, whether you are a manager, whether you are a lead, or technical lead, test lead, okay, or ETL lead, whatever it is, or you are a manager, or you are a program manager, or you are a director. That is your role. That is your role. Responsibilities means what? Suppose team lead, role is team lead. What is the responsibilities of the team lead? He is going to manage the team and he is going to get the requirement from the client and he is delivering the requirement. He is delivering the requirement to the clients. He is the intermediate between the clients and the team, and he is going to play all those responsibilities. That is the responsibilities. He is going to play his responsibilities. What are the responsibilities? Collecting the requirement from the customers and having a meetings with the customers and closely working with the team and delivering the deliverables. Okay, all these things are responsibilities of the team lead. Team lead is the role and responsibilities of the activities. Like that, what is the responsibility, roles and responsibilities of your database roles? Database developer responsibilities: develop a high quality database solutions, use T-SQL to develop and implement the processes and functions, review and interpret ongoing business report requirements, research required data, build appropriate and useful reporting deliverables, analyze existing SQL queries for performance improvements, suggest new queries, develop processes and script for data migration, provide timely scheduled management reports. All together, as a database developer, daily what exactly you are going to perform the projects. All these things, those are the responsibilities. Writing a SQL code, writing a functions, writing a store process, tuning the your SQL code, and writing a SQL code according to the requirements. Whatever we have discussed, all those are the responsibilities of a database developer. Database developer is a role, and these activities are the responsibilities. What are the roles and responsibilities means you need to pronounce like I am a database developer. I am going to do daily all these things. That is the roles and responsibilities. I am a database developer and I am going to perform all these activities as part of my regular duty. So that is a responsibilities. That is a responsibilities. Okay. Discussion and tools which are essential for the project. See, you are working in, suppose if you are going to join on any project by putting some experience, suppose let's consider you are putting some 3 years of experience on SQL Server and you will clear the interview and then join as a database developer. But the project people don't know. You just kept the experience and then you came. They will think that you are a real-time developer. You know the everything. So before going to work with the project, then you need to have a knowledge on all these things to survey in the project. Jira board. What is the meaning of Jira board means? See, in the project, your team lead or your manager or your product owner, your scrum master, they will assign the work. Work means what? Work means what? If you are working for the healthcare project, you need to write a query for the one requirement. What is that requirement? So based on the patient ID, doctor can able to see the all the patient history, all the patient personal information, how many reports he has, how many scannings he has, how many visits he has made, history of the entire patient. So that is the one requirement. Then your scrum master or team lead or your manager, he will create one ticket. Jira board is the one tool, one application, one tool in the internet. So in that for the requirement, your scrum master or team lead will create one ticket, and the ticket will be assigned to the developer. So that is a zero board. The distributing or assigning the work to the developer via this zero board by creating a ticket and assign to the developer, and he will sorry provide the some deadline, some estimated date to the developer. Within that, the developer need to complete. So for that, not only developer, for testers, okay, ETL developers, everything they can use this Jira board to assign the task to the employees or a developers. Service now, service now. This is the ticketing tool. Suppose let's consider you are working for the one requirement and you have developed the code, and then you have implemented that in the development which is working as per the requirement very well, and you need to move that code to the production environment. So for that, to move into the production environment for the particular requirement, you need some approval from the higher authorities. For that, you are going to create a one change request in the service now, and then you are going to explain this is the requirement and this is the solution we have provided, and these are the results of this requirement, which is very much suitable or appropriate for our requirement. Then I need to move this code to the production environment. Then they will give the approve in this service now only. Once they will review all your code, they will understand your requirement, everything is looks good, then they will give the approve. Then you will move the code to the you are going to create a ticket and assign all your SQL scripts to the ticket. Then DBA team will execute your script to the production environment. So that is the one of the ticketing tool. Agile method. They will ask you in the interview in which method you are working in a project. You will explain that what agile methodology. Agile methodology is you are going to work on the zero board. You are going to use the scrums. You are going to use the sprints. You will be having a retro respective meetings, and all. We will discuss all this. Git repository is the one of the centralized place where you are going to store your SQL scripts. Teams communicator, Microsoft communicator, and then Outlook email tool and all. So these are the you should be having a knowledge of all these tools before onboarding into the projects. If you don't know all these things, you will caught by anywhere with your team members. They will come to know that you put some experience and came into the project. Okay. And BI, what is the meaning of business intelligence and all, we will discuss tomorrow, because you can't digest at this level. You can't digest. See, your Jira board will looks like this. Jira board is looks like this. Your service now is looks looks like this. Okay, how your Git is going to work, Git repository is going to work. This is the Teams communicator, and this is the Outlook. How your Outlook is going to work, and how the opportunities. Everything we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session, guys. Tomorrow I am going to join sharp at 7 a.m. Today actually, so there was little bit miscommunication. They have given some wrong path, and I was in a wrong link, and I was unable to join to that link, and then I was chasing to the team, and then they were not able to contact, so that it was delayed little bit. But daily I will be on time. Before 1 minute or 2 minutes, I will be joining to the every sessions. Today it is little bit dragged, and prior to that I was having another batch also there. I had completed, and then it was late, and then I joined here late little bit. By tomorrow onwards, we will join very sharp. It will be 7 to 8 a.m. daily. So this is all about today's discussion, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Sir, want to know that the topics which you showed and also explained, no, some you gave a small explanation also, and these all things comes under data engineering part only, no?
Which one? Which one you are talking?
Just now you giving the small explanation about the all the topics which you are covering, and also the service now and Jira and the ticketing tools,
Those
and
are
also
see, those are the tools. Okay,
yeah.
and syllabus was the topics.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
I'm talking about the syllabus and the topics which you given the small explanation, no,
uh,
overview,
hmm,
and these all parts are comes under the data engineering part only, no, data
database
engineering.
database
Yeah,
developers.
Yeah, and also the what is the difference between the data engineering part and also developer part, sir?
See, data engineer is like along with your database, you will also use some reporting tool,
Mm-hmm.
also some ETL tools, and to generate the some predictions.
Okay,
Okay, you will be using the multiple things as a data engineer. Database developer, you will stick with the one database.
okay, sir.
So we
And
are
also,
here.
sir, some are told that Oracle is the best, and also some are told that SQL Server, and also what is the main thing to learn? All the concepts are similar only, or else small syntax changes only when compared to Oracle, or else MySQL, or else SQL Server in that manner.
Yeah, actually, for your question, I will explain you. RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Okay, RDBMS. Under RDBMS, you will get all these products like SQL Server, Oracle, Postgre, okay, and MySQL, Teradata, okay. Hmm. DB2, all these things. These are the example of RDBMS from the different product. Yes. For your question, all the concepts are different. All the concepts are different, but here and there, little bit few concepts will not be there in one product, and some concepts will not be there in another product. Yes, all the concepts are same. Little bit some syntax are different. Uh, 70 to 80% same. Yes.
Okay.
If you are comfortable on one RDBMS, then easily you can work on the other RDBMS.
Okay, sir. Based on your explanation, what I got to know that RDBMS is a one concept, and all these concepts are came from this particular RDBMS only. It means like hierarchy. Okay,
Correct.
RDBMS is the main this one, and we have a got entities called like every tool has in every this one like SQL Server, Oracle, and MySQL, Teradata, etc. Is it correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Any other questions, guys? Meghana, no questions?
Sir, about the introduction class about today and the career opportunities and placement assistant about today's class were pretty clear, and I'm looking forward for forward classes.
Sure. What about Veerabhadra channel? Chalo then, guys. If you have no questions and you are all clear on today's discussion, then we will connect.
Sir, we'll get the link also, no, of this particular class.
You mean to say recording video?
Yeah, yeah, recording video. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can touch base with institute people. That is not in my
Okay.
control.
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Okay.
You can talk to the institute people. They will they will
Yeah,
they
yeah,
will,
yeah,
they
yeah,
will.
sure, sure, sure. Okay.
Chalo then, guys. If
Okay,
there
sir.
are no questions, then we will connect tomorrow. We will connect tomorrow sharp 7 a.m. No worries. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.